I'm conscious.
Now what?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
Peace and love, soul group. Peace and love to you. Welcome to another episode of I'm Conscious Now What? And it feels good being in your energy today. I'm Derek Dunlap, and I wanted to just go live a couple of minutes earlier because as I was sitting here, I tapped into some energy. And there's some individuals that, tune in to I'm Conscious Now What, every time we go live. And really the only time that they get to center and breathe is during this show. So I just wanted to take the time before we jump into today's discussion of perspective. I wanted to take the time to center. So anyone who hasn't got a chance to center, or you don't know how to center, or whatever it is, you can partake in this centering, just finding who you are inside of you, that little spark of the life in you. And sometimes I center 15, 20 times a day. This has become habitual for me, and it's so vital to the actual ascension process. So let's take this time to center, and you do so by just taking a deep breath. And breathing is so important, the breath of life, and learning how to use the breath of life to benefit your vibration and your consciousness, getting high. When you're breathing, probably a bad analogy for those of you who don't smoke marijuana or smoke period, is when you connect with marijuana, in most cases, you're breathing in, you're inhaling. And it's the same when you breathe, when you're meditating, when you're trying to center, you're breathing in prana. And you have to bring in this air from your diaphragm. We've been taught how to breathe wrong, okay? So your stomach should rise first, ending with the rising of your chest. And I talked about this before. This is so vital. Most people will breathe, and I watch individuals when we meditate in my home. They'll, and I don't know if you can see my chest. Well, you won't. You can't see my chest, but they'll take the breath, and their chest will go up first, ending with the stomach. So what I want you to do is just practice taking a deep breath through your nostrils or your mouth, whichever you are more comfortable with. Take a deep breath and notice your stomach rising first. Let's do that together. One deep breath. And release. Now notice when you take that deep breath from your stomach, there's a little, I don't know what to call it. They call it the diaphragm. The diaphragm. When you take that breath from your stomach, right at the almost end of that breath, if you just take in a little more breath right at the end, you'll feel this, sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable sensation. And what's actually happening is you're actually bringing this air through the diaphragm. Okay, this is so vital and triggering this electric energy that you need to center. Okay. So let's do that again. Just take it from your stomach rising first. When you get to the end, when you feel like you can't take in any more air, just pull from the stomach area, your core, just a little more, and you'll feel the diaphragm. You'll feel it. You'll feel that air go into that diaphragm, and then hold it, and then we'll release it again, our second breath. Let's do it. Let's release. One more soul group. Let's hold this one. Now, if you're feeling a little lightheaded, that's okay. It's working. It's working. One thing I like to do to keep me from getting distracted is to focus my awareness on something. Okay? Because if you don't, then your thoughts will just wander. They're going to do it anyway, but it helps when you're focusing either, on the breath. The heartbeat is very, very good. And I also like to focus on my brow chakra or my third eye chakra, it being activated. Sometimes it pulsates. Sometimes I get visuals. Sometimes I see colors. It just depends. All right. Now, why is this important? Because what we're actually doing now by doing these breaths is we're taking control of our awareness. Right now, you are aware that we are all breathing and centering together. Centering can be done automatically by just focusing on the breath and deep breathing, right? You'll see this in sports. I see this all the time, especially in boxing, one of my favorite sports. After that bell, when that bell is over, they go back to the corner, they sit down. And if you really pay attention to them, the first thing that corner man says is breathe, deep breaths, right? To slow that heart rate down. You see, breathing deep, you'll see them. It calms you. It centers you. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. I love you guys. And I want to also take the time, now that we're centered, to just send some love out. There's a lot of us in this illusion of time right now, in this present moment awareness, that need love. So if you would be so kind, soul group, those of you who can send love, let's just send some love around to each other. Okay? And you can do this by just reaching your heart. And the easiest way to begin to get to the heart space is just to visualize or feel the area in your chest with your mind. How do you feel with your mind? By just visualizing and listening to the heartbeat. So right now, I just want you to pay as much attention as you can. I'm going to shut up to your heartbeat. And once you key in on your heartbeat, okay, that sustainer of the physical body, once you become lucid to the heartbeat, feel the love the heart. And once you start feeling that love that you have for that heart, the sustainer of your body, when that heartbeat stops, flatline, right? You guys with me? Love that heart. And when you feel that love, take a deep breath and just blow it out. And we'll pick up on it. You'll pick up on it. You'll feel it. I'm going to do mine now. And some of you will instantly feel this love. Now I'm going to Put my hand up. If your eyes is closed, don't worry about it. You can watch the replay of this, okay? Nothing is coming out of my hand, okay? I'm putting my hand up to give those of you who are watching this live stream something to look at, okay? So I'm going to send my love out, and I'm going to receive the love for those who are participating in this energy love exchange. Very vital right now. So here we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, beautiful beings. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gratitude, gratitude. Thank you so much. Yeah, this was right on time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brother Don. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, that's why I really, you know, without you guys, when I'm conscious now, what? I don't know what I would do as far as receiving and exchanging energy, like, you know, with the speed of thought. I don't know. You know, I love you guys. And now, today we're going to talk about the misconception about the ascension process. And yes, there is, especially with the power of the internet right now. Okay. And I am going to do the best that I can to bring some light on this. All right. First of all, I just want to say you will always be what you believe. Okay. And what you say when you speak, whatever you believe and whatever you say. Okay. That's that law of cause and effect. What goes out is going to always come back. So be very, very mindful or conscious of what you say and what you connect to. Okay. Because with the power of this internet, there's so much information and different perspectives going on right now. It is so easily to get information overload and just be everywhere. Okay. I'm going to do my best today to keep this simple. I thank the universe for my simplicity. I thank the universe for just allowing me to see things from the non-physical and just make it and keep it so simple. And I know a lot of you can appreciate that. All right. I'm in a good space today, as you guys can see. I'm in a very calm, cool, collective space. All right. Now, the first thing I really want to recap on, because a lot of this we've already been through on our conscious now what, right, is our perception of reality. And this is where a lot of the souls get misled on your perception of what is real and what is not. What is reality? Okay. Now, just on my journey, I too have been deceived on what true reality is. Now, I've been accustomed to this reality that we're in right now, which a lot of us are used to calling this 3D, right? 3 density, right? And because we've been trapped in this frequency and state of beingness for so long, we call this the real world. All right. This is the #1 deception in our ascension, is we don't understand what is reality. This reality that we're in right now has been created, and you've heard me say this a lot of times, by interdimensional, highly conscious beings. All right. It has been. This is not an organic creation. Now, what do I mean by that? I got to give you some examples so you'll understand what I mean by organic. Now, once upon a time, organic were the trees that were growing outside, right? We call it organic Mother Nature. That's where Mother Nature came from, right? Just you know, organic, the feel of being alive when you can hear the birds chirping and the water running, you know, the streams and the wind blowing, and it's just like an organic sound. Some of the greatest meditation of binary beats, they'll say natural nature. You see what I'm saying? You feel so free, you feel so alive. Nature, okay? And in 2017, right now, the conscious man has, once again, genetically modified nature. Okay, we can create a genetically modified frequency, which we now call nature, but it's been genetically modified. The trees, right? We got weaponry. We're controlling the weather. All right, the rain, you know, and we got genetically modified streams. We got genetically modified ponds. All right, we are in a time, in the illusion of time, where certain beings want to keep us in a certain vibratory state. Okay, so what does this have to do with our ascension? Okay, if your perception of reality is way, let's just say, in left field to what reality really is, what consciousness really is, then it's hard for you to let go of certain things to actually free the solar energy, or some people call it the soul, or who you truly are in consciousness, a non-physical being. It's hard for you to let go. Let's just call it physical things, right? It's hard to let go of physical things. You know, this realm that we're in right now, we are programmed to crave and we're addicted. You know, we're the junkies of the junkies of the junkies to physical things. They have been programmed to be connected in the root of our subconscious. They're the root of this reality. This is what causes you to feel detached from everything else because of what we perceive as lack. Okay, that's why you'll hear me say a lot of times, everything is perfect, even when the mirror of my subconscious says, no, you're lacking major shit, D. I say it anyway, because what I'm doing is actually reprogramming my subconscious to the origin of non-duality. You know, even if they tore my car down the street because I couldn't pay that car, everything is perfect. Take it, right? All right, so ask yourself this question. And those of you who are watching live, I'll even jump over to the chat and look at some of your answers. Ask yourself this question: what is my reality? What is reality to you? Okay, type it in the chat if you're watching us live. What do you discern as reality? Okay, because this is a big one. We're gonna chop this down. We're gonna keep it real simple. Then I'm gonna get into the title and break down the STS and the STO. Okay, because once you get this, I think this is gonna really be like the last cutting of the chains, which is keeping us trapped in duality. Okay, so I'll answer this question for myself. Okay. My reality, my definition of reality is whatever I'm thinking and believing in linear. Okay, that's my reality. Whatever I'm thinking and believing is my reality. And I'm very, very, I'm very, very anal about this now. So I've separated a lot. I've like disconnected from a lot of people because, yeah, I'm responsible, right, for creating my reality. You hear this a lot, but if I'm surrounded by a bunch of energy vampires, they are definitely, no matter what anyone tells you, they're going to affect your reality. All right. Yeah, I'm responsible, but I can have a lot of people around me, aggravating me and helping me to project a certain type of reality based on the energy fields that we're sitting in. All right. So my reality is whatever I'm thinking, right? And I'm conscious of it at any given moment or minute in the illusion of time. That's my reality. You see how that is? You see how that just that little bit of bitty change in your mindset can change everything. And once you become lucid to this, like, wow, this is my reality. What I'm thinking. What am I thinking? Ask yourself this question. What are you thinking right now? Did somebody get the moment? This is so simple. Okay. And what keeps us trapped in these lower vibrating realms on the prison planet, right, is because we know, we've heard this before, a lot of us has lost the connection to love. All right. I know I sure did. I'm just keeping it honest. I raised my hand right now. I lost my ability not only to connect to love, but to also receive love. Right? Real simple. This is real simple. It's simple, right? Anybody that makes this complicated, run. If you ever watch a channel and it's so complicated and you feel separated in duality because you can't understand all of these different terms, and there's some very educated people out there that have the gift of using words to make themselves seem superior. And I can learn more from a baby that's just coming into this dimension, a newborn. I can learn more from a newborn baby than I can for some of these professors. Okay. All right. So that's reality. Now I'm going to run over to the chat real fast, just real fast. And I'm going to read some of these answers. Okay. Green shit says my reality is a video game with good ass graphics. Hey, at least you honest, man. Let's see. Sunchild says my reality is the vibratory world that my mind is projecting at that time. There you go, my friend. There you go. Let's see. Okay, so now we're on. We know, some of us know, but your reality could be whatever you choose it to be. All right. So now, what's keeping us where we are right now? Because I know, and I'll just call it ascension pains. Right? I get that a lot. I get a lot of people inboxing me, asking me, why am I struggling with this? Or why do I feel this way? And why? Oh, it's something is about to happen. It's just something doesn't feel right. It's just, you hear this all of the time. Right? I know I get information overload all of the time. And the reason that the reason why we feel that way is because, and we've talked about this a lot on this show, so I'm just going to recap and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes and keep this real simple. Okay. A lot of you, okay, just by connecting with the little groups that you're in and the different streams that you jump on and the different information that you're downloading, right? You are ascending. Okay. And the pains that you feel, I know the pains that I feel, it's just me moving further and further and further away from this artificial, intelligent reality that we call the life. The further I move away from what we've been taught was the life material, it feels painful, right? Especially in my ego, it just feels painful. It feels like I'm lacking major shit. I'm just gonna keep it real. It feels like, you get like this funk around you, like, oh, I'm a failure. Everybody has PhDs, and I see people driving fancy cars, especially when you turn on that box, especially when you're online all of the time. But you have to understand this is agenda driven, right? One of the greatest things that happened to us, but the polarity, the worst at the same time, is the internet. The internet gives us the ability to see all kinds of shit with the push of a button. So most of the ascension pains that we're feeling are the separation of us being separated from the artificial, genetically modified reality that we call a life in the physical. And we're going more inward or ascending, however you want to perceive it in your mind, right? So this is if you want to use the language good or bad, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. And I know it's perceived as a bad thing. It's perceived as lack. But once you understand that your reality is whatever you're thinking and perceiving, then you can control this. I used to feel so alienated, especially in the beginning of this year, because I started spending more time with myself, right? Getting my shit together, then going out and, being online and just trying to understand my abilities and, playing with this new energy and just trying to find a space where I could, I know what it feels like. It's hard to give the words. Just trying to find a space where I could feel like I'm progressing, or to feel like I'm accomplishing shit. Does that make sense? And sometimes there's a void right there, right? Because that's part of the system that we've been trapped in, the competition system, being number one, competing for the top space in the pyramid, the cube that we've been placed inside. So I want to talk about the STS and the STOs right now. Okay. And I've had the wonderful opportunity to experience this, like in my relationship with a beautiful being that I'm with, that I'm just so man, love to be loved, And let me break down the meaning of, for those of you who don't know what the STO stands, STS and the STO stands for. The STS stands for service to self. Okay. And a lot of ties into this. And the STO stands for service to others. Okay. And this was something that I really, really, really struggled to get a grasp of, because once again, the system that we're in right now pushes you to be the STS, to service to yourself. It's a very selfish system that we're involved in as far as being number one. You know what I mean? And I'll raise my hand again, right? I remember on the show when I actually said that you are the most important being in this realm, right? See, I'm learning that's why I created the channel Fucked Up Perspective, because I know a lot of my perspectives are fucked up, because look what we all been through. And with the information overload and having so many different guests on the platform and being in so many groups, it just gets, you know what I'm saying? But what I learned by watching this beautiful being my wife, she was always, and she's rooted. I always say that my wife has the love vibration, and anyone that's ever met my wife and she just grabs you and hugs you, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. She is the closest example that I have in this incarnation to the STO, the service to others. She always puts other people first, to the point where I used to feel so fucked up. I used to feel like just a piece of shit. And I used to tell her, you know, I ain't shit. And if she was here, she would tell you, I mean, because some of the things that she would do would just defy all logic that we were taught. You know, she would see a stranger, you know, just walking down the street, and she has a great awareness of when it's time for her to do what she does, you know, and she can just feel it. She can just feel energy, way more sensitive to energy than I am, you know. A lot of my stuff I picked up from her just being in the house with her for 9 years. And she would pull over the car, and I remember me a lot of times saying, honey, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't know this guy. Trust me, honey, shut up, sit back. And she would get out of the car, and a lot of times I would be in the car, and she would walk up to these beings and take their bags and open up the back seat and put their stuff in the car and allow them to get into the car. And she said, we're going to take Mr. Davis home, you know. And I would just be so uncomfortable. Sometimes I'm going to keep it real. I would even be boiling, you know, because we were on our way to one destination and we'll get totally turned around doing something for someone we didn't even know. Right? That's service to others. And she would do this expecting nothing in return. It was almost like she would get like high off of this. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is service to others. And this is a vital key to what we call ascension. It is this simple. It is this simple. When we get to the point, and this is what they mean by non-duality, becoming one. When we tap into the STO and start doing stuff for other people, servicing other people, doing stuff for other people, expecting nothing, we can change the vibratory frequency that we're trapped in like this. Now, the problem is we are trapped, right, in the STS, service to self. Now, what do I mean by that? The system that we're in is powered by selfishness. Just think about that for a minute. Some of you that still work in the workplace, you know, which I just really send you some peace and love right now, being in the workplace now. It's like I can't imagine the energy that some of you feel in the workplace right now. It's a very selfish place. It's all about me first. Now, I'll fuck with you, PHUCK with you, if I can benefit. I'll help you if I can get something in return for helping you. Or I love you because you're always there for me. Or I love you because you see what I'm saying? And this is what's grounding us and keeping us in this reality. And it's all over the internet. And once again, I'll raise my hand. I have too been, you know, caught up in this service to self first. And then, you know, I'll take care of your needs, you know. Now, the closest thing in this incarnation that I have done repetitively, but still, you know, I got a lot of work to do, is starting this platform. I'm conscious. Now what? Because when I started this platform, and you guys heard this story, so I won't go deep into this. I had no idea what the FPHUCK this was going to turn into. But I had this burning will and desire from the inside that this platform was much needed, just to, you know, raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. You know, that was the beginning of me, you know, ascending was with this. That's why this platform is so important to me, you know. But as the platform started to grow and the pressures of being in this system that we're all entrapped of, I started to monetize this platform with a product. My first, I only had one product for this platform, and that was the I Am Self guided meditation. You see, I'm gonna keep mine real. You know what I mean? And the reason why I created that platform, and I remember this like yesterday. I remember when my wife tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Honey, you know, we don't have anything in the bank account." You know what I mean? And, you know, I was, man, that was like the best time of my life as far as being connected with the platform. And, you know, everything was so cool. And I had just forgot about the system. You'll get lost in consciousness when you just forget about the system until someone reminds you, like, dude, you ain't got no money. What are we going to do? We got all of these animals and we got all of these things going on, you know? And so I created a product to help, you know, us with some of the things that we had to take care of around here. You know what I mean? But I created that product, and it's a great product, right? But my intent for creating that product at that time was to sustain myself, right? And to help other people. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real, right? Now, what should I have done, right? This is how I know I got a lot of work to do on myself first. I should have just trusted in who I am, and what I was here to do, and everything somehow, some way. I don't know, and I don't have to know, because you can't figure out the universe. You can't. You can't. All of my needs would have got taken care of. You see what I'm saying? It's always about your intent of why you're doing something, you know? And so this is the system that is keeping us trapped in this dimension. We have to, and I don't like violating the free will of other people, but souls, we have to be more conscious of the service to others. And it's that simple. If we just put other people before ourselves, I mean, instantly we'll change the planet. Now, what's keeping us from doing this, right? Everything is done for a reason, right? It's the system that's in place that keeps us working. It's the monetary system. It's the fiat currency system that's in place on this planet. We don't get anything free here. Nothing is free on this planet. This is the present planet. We have to work to stay in competition or to exist as we perceive existence. You see how tricky that is? When your existence, when you perceive your existence as how many zeros is in my bank account, game is already over. And just be honest with yourself. How many of you out there, be honest with yourself, right? Let's just keep it real. I mean, I tell people all the time, you know, you can, you know, I can lie to you guys can lie to me, but the worst thing you could ever do is mind fuck yourself or lie to yourself, right? How many people right now, while this live stream is going, right? Look at how many zeros in your bank account. Depend on that for existence. Is that your existence here? How many zeros is in your bank account? How vital, how big of a part does money play in your existence? Now, that word existence, right? Existent, being, exist. Are you alive? Are you dead when you have no money? How do you feel when you have no money, when you have no stuff? You guys with me? Now, let me throw myself out there. Man, there was a point of time that I absolutely felt like shit when I didn't have money or no stuff. There's a lot of examples out there. You'll see this a lot, especially with rich people. And we have to become lucid of this, so we can break out of this trap, this vicious trap. Usually, when you see a very, very wealthy person lose everything physical, high rate, high suicide rate, they hit the reset button because they can't go back. They can't perceive or even, I mean, it's impossible. They can't live without money. Are you guys with me on this? This is so simple. This is simple. This is the ascension. This is what they're leaving out in the ascension, because even myself, and I don't want to make this a good or bad thing. I'm just telling you why we are here collectively in consciousness. There is a consciousness, an organic consciousness that's been trapped on what we call Earth for a long time because we put this system before what we are, the fiat currency system. And now this has been amplified with the power of the internet because there's so much money being made with the internet. It took us from local to global. And you have to understand this. With the internet, now we have global businesses that are infected with the STS, me first. Me first. I was talking to an individual. I won't say any names. And I love this soul. This is a beautiful soul. And this soul's family is so rich. Rich beyond, the scope of what I could ever, you know what I mean? Imagine, in the physical. And this soul was just telling me, about how hard this soul's parent worked to, achieve this wealth, like a whole incarnation to achieve this wealth. But, what people didn't realize was how on the inside, how miserable this soul's parent became, even having all of this wealth, trying to maintain this wealth, trying to run this wealth, that, it was just a miserable relationship. And in 3D, this particular family had everything you could imagine or desire, but there was a disconnection in the relationship. The relationship was very toxic. And you find it and you see this firsthand. And I'm not judging it, but we see it. Our president of the United States, Donald Trump, is a billionaire. And you can see and feel the toxic relationships and the toxic energy that he puts out. All he has to do is start talking. It's toxic. But this is the deception that we're clinging on to. Self, me first. It's all about me. It's all about what I want. Fuck the world. I even heard some of the biggest songs out there. I fuck the world. We'll get off the prison planet when I'm going to give you an analogy here to drive this home. And then I'm going to open the phone lines up because I'm not going to hog up today. I'm going to give you this analogy. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm seeing right now. I'm pulling this live. We all have individuals in our families that have struggled with drugs or alcohol or sexual abuse or, gluttony. There's so many addictions out there. Internet, you know what I mean? Money. There's all kind of addictions. But for this analogy, I'm just going to use drugs. There's a lot of out there, right? And in most cases, these individuals have to what we call hit rock bottom they have to lose everything, right? To gain or take back control of what we call the life. They have to hit rock bottom before they'll even look for any type of help. Does this make sense? Okay, now let's just take this same analogy, because we'll look at a homeless person out on the street right now and we'll scoff at them and mock at them and throw them a quarter and, you know, look at them as a failure, right? But in order, I'm telling you, and remember you heard this on I'm Conscious Now What, right? In order for us to collectively ascend, we have to lose everything physical. What do I mean by that? I'm not saying we can't have nice things, but we can't allow things to take over our heart space. Our heart space has to be open, left open. There has to be space in that heart to give to others. You understand what I'm saying? Because just think of the law of attraction or the law of cause and effect. When you give, it's gonna come back. I wish we were trapped in that law. We are, but these beings are so savvy, and we allow this to happen. They're not forcing us to do anything. We're just following the system. They're not forcing us to work. We work because we fear lack. That's why we work our hands to the bones. Yesterday, I'll give you the perfect example. Yesterday, I got up and I just had to do, some maintenances on some of my projects. I got a couple of platforms that I run. I got I'm Conscious Now What? I got You Are the Brand. I got a medical marijuana 25K system that I run. Yesterday, I woke up at 5 a.m. and I worked from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. yesterday to just upgrade. I mean, I had to, I just had to catch up. And I'll usually do that. Like one day out of the month, I'll just get all of my work done. And it's just autopilot to the next month. Whereas, and it's not a good or a bad thing, but, and just yesterday, I just felt so heavy and just so out of alignment and just so, you know what I'm saying? It was just, but we have to, right? It's a business, right? We have to. So, I'm not pointing my finger. That's why I like to use me as the examples. I'm not alienated from what's going on. I'm ascending. I'm learning how to get out of here. And I will get out of here. Get out of where? The soul trap, the prison planet. The prison planet. What they call Earth. I'll get out. And I'm just so happy for my soulmate that resides in this home with me. She's out of here, man. I'm happy for her. She's out of here. I told her this morning. I looked her in her eyes and I said, I love you and I'm happy for you. And she knew. She's out of here. She's taking this new energy and she's just doing some amazing things. And I'm getting my shit together. But yeah, this is why you feel the pains that you're feeling now, because I feel them too. This is why you feel like shit sometimes, because you are ascending, but you're being pulled with this new energy away from, I'll just use this as an example, physical shit. And you really don't know how you should feel while you're moving away from physical things, right? And then we got this mind, this consciousness, we got this ego that pushes lack. So you feel like, in a lot of cases, a piece of shh, because you're feeling lack. But I'm here to tell you on my journey, It's when I'm just spending time in the non-physical realms. And we'll talk about this a little bit. A lot of people, including myself, and if I put this wrong message out about the non-physical realms, if I made this sound like something, how can I put this? Because I know the feeling. I feel it now. Because a lot of you have not, or at least you don't think you've experienced the non-physical realms or had these out-of-body experiences. And I'm here to say you're wrong. I'm here to say you're wrong. I think what's happened is the way we explain, the way we take this English language and explain some of these experiences, we make it seem like it's something that it's not. I'll be the first to say that. You know what I mean? Because we have to find words and, you know, to try to describe what we're experiencing. You can get out of body right now. Getting out of body is not you physically getting out of your body. Okay, I know we make it seem like that. Getting out of body is just changing your thoughts from physical attributes to non-physical attributes. It's just a switch in your mind. And you'll get visuals depending on how in tune you are or how activated your pineal gland is. It's not me physically walking out of my body and turning around and seeing my body laying there. I know we make it seem like that, but it's not. I'm here to say we've all had out-of-body experiences. We just been so hyped up, and, you know, it's almost like, you know, I'll tell you the perfect example. I bought this fancy car 5 years ago, man. You know, to this day, I'm kicking myself. You know, I would see this car on commercials and, you know, and just in my mind, I made this car seem like it was just only to get in that car and start driving it. And within 30 days, you know, it's just a car. I don't live in it. I don't sleep in it. I jump in it a couple times a week to get to point A to point B. It's just a car. It didn't add anything to my beingness. It's just transportation. And here I am now, you know, paying $1,000 a month to drive this fucking car. I'm just keeping it real, you know. That's like my last. I got one more year. I got a whole nother $12,000 to pay for this car, and it's just to get me. I could get a fucking skateboard. I can get a bike. I could catch a bus. $12,000 a year, and then we sit and we cry about, oh, I'm tired of working, you know. But you get what I'm saying, and that's just like the out of body experiences. We can all collectively right now. Anybody want to have an out of body experience right now? I'll walk you right through it. Then we're going to open up the phone line. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want you to visualize the space that you're sitting in right now. You've been in that space, depending on where you are. You've been in that space umpteen, probably thousands of times. If you're in your living room, if you're in a car, you've been in that space. So you can close your eyes and visualize that space. Visualize that space right now that you're in. See it in your mind. Where are you? Someone just said, holy shit. Visualize it. Now, while you're visualizing this space, look at the four walls. No matter where you are, it's a square. Trust me. Look at the four walls in your mind. See them. Okay, I visualize this wall. Visualize the other wall. You see the other wall? Visualize the third wall. Now visualize the fourth wall. Are you with me? Now I want you to visualize the floor under your feet, whether you're sitting down, standing, or if you're driving. Even if you're driving the car, you got the windshield, you got the passenger window, driver's window, rear window. We're in the cube. We're in the square. Everything is squared where we are. Okay. Now visualize the floor up under your feet. Feel it. Feel the floor in your mind. Don't look at it. You can feel it right up under your feet. Feel it. Can you see it? Now visualize your body. I'm out of body right now. I see the whole square of my room. I see me sitting in this chair. I see me looking right at the microphone. I'm right over my right shoulder, looking down on myself. I just floated out of body. How? Because I directed my awareness to my visualization, and it instantly took me from the physical. Now I'm coming back to the physical. And now my eyes are open. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. We make this so big and so that's all it is. And when you spend more time doing that with your eyes closed, it gets more profound, right? All that is, that's your out of body. Some people call it astral travel. Some people call it remote viewing. That's all it is. But now I do what I just did, that little exercise. I do that maybe 30 or 40 times a day. How many times do you do it? You see the difference? And that's why I'm able to travel farther and it's more vivid, right? And then I can connect to other energy fields around me. That's all it is. And when we start doing this and getting away from this physical stuff, right? Not being so grounded in physical stuff, because either you're doing that in your own imagination, on your own internet, reconnecting from the heart, from the crown, right, to everything, or you're on this artificial shit. One of the two. It's that simple. It's one of the two. And I'm telling you, if you're spending a lot of time on this internet, I did what 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Add that up. Oh, I had a hard time even getting to sleep after that. I saw so much shit on the internet yesterday. I don't know how one turns this on 7 days a week and look at some of the stuff, even if it's conscious shit. I saw so many fucked up perspectives. Listen, and I'm going to close on this, then I'm going to open the phone line up. If you died, what they say is death, which is way out of alignment to what death is, right? But let's just say you died right now. The only thing you're taking with you are your experiences. That's it. How do I know? I die every night when I go to sleep. I mastered it. My body dies every night. It doesn't exist. And the only thing I have in those non-physical realms, in those lucid dreams, is my awareness, my consciousness. That's all I have. So if I was ever disconnected from the physical body, that's where I'm going to be. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? Because so many of us download other people's experiences that you've never ever experienced. You're just downloading shit because it sounds good. That's the most deceptive thing that you could ever do. Is just download something and make it yours that you didn't experience because it sounded good. Does this make sense? Soul trapping. Soul trapping. As above, so below. It's levels to this. It's levels to this. It's levels to the ascension. Some people can't ascend, or some beings can't ascend until we ascend, because outside of all of these polarity rams that we're going through them. We're going through them. Outside of polarity is non-duality. The gods that we were taught to worship, they're in polarity. I said this before. They're in polarity because they need worship. They have to be worshiped, meaning they need your energy to stay on the top of that pyramid. It's a pyramid system that's in place. And this is what we're dealing with. Now, listen, while we're on Earth, you heard this term. We have to learn how to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. That's what we're doing. When I say everything is perfect, I'm turning chicken shit into chicken salad. We have to, because we're here. So we have to make the best of it because we're here. And until we learn this STO, we're gonna be here. I guarantee you that. So the STS, service to self, is what we got to get away from. And I know this sounds weird. I know it does, because when I first got this aha moment, I was very uncomfortable not doing stuff for me first. The only practice and experience that I have on this is this platform. A lot of times when I jump on this platform, you'll hear me answering questions and putting other people first. But listen, I'm getting something too. I'm just keeping it real. I get something from the platform too. So I can't say that the platform is just for you guys. You'll hear me say, I love this place, right? But I have to learn that STO, service to others. And that's how we're going to get out of the soul trap. Prison planet. You're not getting out of this prison planet until you learn STO. To put other people first, other beings first. When you put up, you heard this before. When you give right from the heart, this is old stuff. This isn't nothing new. I'm just driving this home now because this is simple. It's simple but so complex. When you give to other people, you get in the habit of giving and not receiving, right? You're gonna get everything you need. Just give. Open up your hand. Let go. It's enough resources on the planet for everyone. 1 billion people died from starvation. Now, how the fuck is that even possible? 1 billion people just died from starvation in 2016. 1 billion people. See, we were told there's 7 billion people on the planet, but listen, 1 billion people turned within from starvation. We got some work to do. Phone lines open if you want to add to this platform. If you want to add to this energy. The phone number is 734-2302-744. I'm live in the chat. If you want to send some hearts, now is the time to do it. Flame Knights, peace and love to you. Flame Knight says this conversation is meant to happen and is happening infinitely. I agree, bro. I agree. If there's nothing else I can say to you guys, and I have nothing to prove, nobody can take this away from me. You know, I'm not perfect physically. I got major stuff I got to work on. I'm connected. Antonio, peace and love, brother. You got the platform.
Hey, what's up, Derek?
What's up with you, man? Talk to me.
Oh, well, nothing interesting. Been busy with school.
Hey, you got that right. Nothing interesting, huh?
Yeah,
right.
It isn't.
Right. Want to catch us up with anything specific?
Well, school's just been pushing me too much lately, and I've barely had enough time to experience that much. So, you know, I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to tune into the show properly, just by calling in.
All right, now let me ask you a question, because I'm going to attach your energy right to the platform to drive this home. How do you feel right now with all of this school stuff? How do you feel?
Oh, with all this school, I feel terrible.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. See, everything happens for a reason, and you're calling in because you know, Antonio, you can feel it within your being that you're wasting time in the illusion of time. But who am I to tell you, hey, dude, just drop out of school? You know, can you depend on me to pay for the things that you need in this? You see what I'm saying? So, but it's up to you. But I'm just here to tell you, man, from a brother, I started over almost 7 times. Almost this year, I had to start over again when I was running this platform, and no one knew because my energy stayed the same. If my wife wouldn't have tapped me on the shoulder, I wouldn't even known that I was damn near broke. You know what I mean? But this is the decision that every conscious individual is going to have to make, right? Because they're controlling us with money. Money is God here. In God we trust. It's on the back of the United States money. In God we trust. So who is God? Money. Because when you can't exist outside of money, you can't exist. It's that simple. You're gonna be on the prison planet. Anything else you want to add, bro?
Not much, just peace and love.
Peace and love to you. Is there anything I can do to help you? See, I'm practicing my shit now.
Well,
I'm practicing mine now.
Maybe if you want during this week, I can call you so we can talk like just privately.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll do that. So hit me up on Skype and remind me, and we'll do that. I'll make it my business. All right. And I'm saying this live. I will talk to Antonio live this week. I love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Perfect example, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm just not that person to tell. I don't like violating people's free will because I had to go through stuff, you know. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. And I tell you guys all the time, it's always how you feel.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Y'all know me, I love it. Y'all know me, I love it. Peace and love. It's Derek Dunlap. You're live on I'm Conscious, Not What.
Yo, can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear.
Cool. This is Sunchild for Life.
What's up, Sunchild for Life? Sunchild, do me a favor. Do me one favor, okay? When you call in, right?
Sure.
Always say your name so I can feel your energy. I took a chance on you. And, just say your name.
I'm calling on my phone right now. I'm calling on my phone. It doesn't really give me an option to.
Okay.
On my phone.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You got the platform. What's going on with you?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. And that's only because I took time out for myself, honestly. Because in the work world, it does take a lot out of you. And that's where I am right now. It's just tomorrow I go back to work. And I get out at like 4:30. And then by that time, the sun's about to go down. And I'm a sun child, you know, I belong in the sun. So yeah, it's just really messing with vibration. And I'm just working on balancing really that.
Yeah.
With nature. Because I look around and it's like everything is built around nature. It's like everything is built around nature. Nature's always been here. Mm-hmm. But it's the artificial that's trying to take over. So
there you go, man.
It's just me. Yeah, it's just me trying to balance that out and really just eventually be self-employed, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just too much. It just takes too much energy out of you. And now I know exactly what you're saying. You know? Like, their God is money, but I want to make sure that my God isn't.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's just what I'm going through right now. And
right.
Just wanted to call in to share some vibes and stuff.
That's cool, man. And you know, I know exactly where you are. And just let me say this. Let me just say this too. I haven't worked in the workplace for years, man, you know, but here's the thing though, right? And there's a catch-22 to this. Everyone can't manifest with their mind. Like everything that I do right now, I manifest it with my mind to actually generate income, just like ideas in my mind, and I bring them to life using the internet. But I just want to tell people, by no means am I escaping the fiat currency system working from home. It's the same energy. Like I just said yesterday, I got up at 9 a.m. and I wasn't finished until 11 p.m. at night. Now that's not as, but the only thing that I can say is a little different is I don't have to be around all of that hate. I'm in the comfort of my home. That's that, you know what I mean?
I heard you on that one.
But like yesterday, I was customer service. I had to, you know, I had about 70 people that I had to contact and solve their problems. It's the same thing. We're still working, you know what I mean? And it's going to be like that until we get out of this ram. You know what I mean? So my advice to anybody out there that's just trying to find, you have to learn how to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. You have to do what you're doing right now and find something. You got to learn, because that's what we dealing with.
Avocados in it.
Yeah, you got it. You know why we here. You know what I'm saying? And but the best thing that makes it, to make the chicken shit taste just a little better, I'm doing, for the most part, what I love to do, and I get compensated for it, right? But now, will that help me ascend?
Yeah.
No, not as long as I'm still STS. You see what I'm saying? Service to myself first. You see what I'm saying? I understand this stuff with clarity now. So just because I'm working from home and I'm not in the workplace and I'm doing what I love and I'm getting paid, don't mean that I'm putting other people first in this process.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real, you know. I'm just keeping it real, man. That's one thing you guys don't have to worry about for me. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I'm going through and stuff that I gotta work on. You know, I have to, and I've been doing it, but I have to do more. And I got a great example in the house with me. You know, it makes it a little, but it depends, because when I first connected with my wife, man, she used to piss me off with that, man. We'll be going somewhere and she would change the whole plan to help somebody we didn't even. Oh, I used to be furious, man. But now I get it.
That's that heart chakra.
Oh, man, she couldn't help it. And she would just say, honey, please don't get mad at me. Please, can we take Miss Jordine home? And I would say, now we live in Detroit. And I'd be like, Miss Jordine, where you live? Toledo, Ohio. It's be an hour away.
Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah. And I would look at my wife like, are you fucking serious? But dude, I get it. And my wife would just bliss. I would look at her and she would just be so happy that we was doing this for this woman. But I get it.
That's beautiful.
I get it now. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I wish he was here, because she would tell y'all some. She would be like, oh, I used to be so mad, like feeding one time in, what is it, 2017 and 2014, with this beautiful being. I was responsible. She made me responsible. It was like my own little Ascension boot camp. Dude, in the heat of winter, I'm talking about Michigan winter. I'm talking about 10 below zero. I had to go out. I had a wagon, a bag of food, and about 5 bottles of water. And one of my daily things that I had to do, I had to feed 17 stray dogs. Oh my God, man. I'm telling you, dude, I used to be pissed. Honey, you got to get up and feed. And what do I mean by stray dogs? It's people that own dogs, that they tie a dog in the yard and just don't feed it. It's just on the chain. Don't have no water, don't have no food. I had to get this wagon, put food in it, and pull that wagon down the street in the middle of the winter time. Not I feed my dogs first, but I would feed all of these stray dogs. And I'm telling you, man, when I look back on that, that was a hell of a boot camp, because my wife knew these dogs couldn't give me nothing financially. You see what I got nothing from it. At least I didn't think I got nothing from it. But what it was conditioning me to do was to put other beings first. You see?
Wow.
So yeah, man, we
that's a great story.
Oh man, if she one day when she's here, I'll get her on Unconscious Now What, and I guarantee when you guys feel her energy, it's just gonna go like, she is a beautiful, beautiful dude. I would be the first to say, how the fuck did I don't even deserve her for my story. You know what I mean? But that's how things happen. That's how we're total opposites. You know, but she would tell you how much, what did she learn from me? All of the shit not to do. I was her polarity. You see what I'm saying? I was her polarity. You know what I mean? So just keep doing what you're doing, man. And when you can bliss or find that you know, that roller coaster feeling in your stomach from hurting people, from helping people, man, you on the right path. You on the right path. All right, brother?
Yeah, appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Peace and love. Yeah, my wife, she's volunteering at the hospital today. And so back over at the chat. Antonio said, I don't know why I always feel hyper after I call. It's the energy, Antonio. It's the energy, bro. It's the energy, man. Energy is real. It's you're coming into my energy field, connecting to everybody else's, because see, I'm right now, I'm connected to all of the people that are connected to this platform right now. You see what I'm saying? So when you jump on here live, you're attaching your energy to this. This is what I mean by that, right? So it's just making you feel hyper. You got a lot of energy. You know what I mean? And you just, use that energy, man, to, either meditate, center, use this energy. We're all collectively connected right now. You know what I mean? Okay, so let me read these. Second Wave says, if we all here come together, money would not be a problem. We can buy land together and start building and growing our own food. Talk to me, Second Wave. And then he said, is there anybody else interested in this? Please respond. Second Wave, hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook, Second Wave, and we're gonna talk about some things. All right, hit me up. That's good shit, Second Wave. You definitely getting this land. I've been talking about getting land since I started this platform, and I've had a lot of opportunities to get this land, but it wasn't the land that I visualized. You know what I mean? It wasn't the land. I had a lot of different opportunities to buy land, but it wasn't the land. I know the land that's put up for our soul group. Actually, I visualized this land in one of the cosmic showers that I had, and I saw the land. We were already on this land, so I already know what the land looks like. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, that was you, Sebastian Hot. What you talking about, bro? He said, oh, that was you. By the way, my room has 5 walls. Okay. You got some upgraded stuff. Who could we help? Anybody. Thanks for the hearts, Antonio. See, you got a lot of Sunchild says, I'm very interested, Second Wave. You see what I'm saying, Second Wave? That's good. So you guys, I don't know if you guys have joined our Facebook group. All of the links are in the description box. And if some of you are interested, also in the description box, because a lot of people hate actually going to a physical job. And what I did about 6 months ago was I started a platform, and it's called You Are the Brand. And there's a lot of us on there now. We got about 150 people on this platform. And what this platform allows you to do is turn chicken shit into chicken salad, what we're talking about. I mean, you're still going to be working in the fiat system, but you'll have the benefit of being able to do this, harnessing and leveraging the power of the internet. And you guys know how I feel about the internet. And this is what I mean by turning chicken shit into chicken salad. It's not where, if I had it up to me, dude, I wouldn't do shit financially. You know what I mean? I would be bartering, trading. I would be trading different services for different things that I need. As far as food, I would grow my own. As far as electricity, I would be off grid. But you know what's so PHUCK fucked up? We can't even get solar energy where I stay now. See, I'm in the inner cities of Detroit. It's against the ordinance, the code where we live, to put solar panels on our homes. Yeah, then you have to take them off where we are now. Now, if I moved out and got my own land, right, we can't have horses. We can't have none of that. That's what I mean by trapped. They want us to pay, $200 a month for light. I was on the phone the other day. My internet service is $177 a month. I was, you see what I'm saying? Why? Because everything we do is from the internet. We don't have cable. I stream everything. You know, I take responsibility of what I watch. I don't watch regular TV. I stream everything. So if I want to watch something, I'll search for it. You guys know what streaming is. So I watch specific things when I am on the internet. And I was arguing with this lady because, you know, the package was, I think it was like $90-something, and it just went up to $177. And I actually paid the $177 3 times before I caught it. They was just taking it out of my account, which I didn't even authorize to do. They just was taking it out of the account. And what happened was I electronically signed a 2-year deal with this company. And after the 2 years, it just went up to $177 from like $90. They didn't even tell me. This is how fucked up this system is, you know? So of course I got on there and talk my little shh to them, and I got it back down low because I was going to cancel it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Second Wave. I will. Everyone subscribe to Second Wave's channel. Second Wave says subscribe to my channel, and I will put on more information on how we can come together. And I will also contact you on Facebook. Yeah. But you know what? I can't even post to my Facebook group for 7 days. I posted something, and this is conscious stuff, right? And I got kicked out of my own group for 7 days. So, Second Wave, I'm going to come over to your channel, and I'm going to leave you some information on how you can contact me. Okay? Yeah, I'll do that. Because I can't even post in my own group for 7 days. Because I put up one of those, one of those conscious posts, and it got flagged, and I can't post in my group. That's how they do me on Fuckbook. I mean Facebook. All right, so phone lines are done. I appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. And when I say that, you know, I really love you guys. I love the group of individuals that come here week in and week out. I know I don't post as much as I used to on Unconscious Now What, because, you know, this is not a job. I jump on here when I have the feeling to be here. This is not like a repetitious thing. This is not like a reality or a television show. This is where we come together. You know what I'm saying? To exchange energy and to help, you know, raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. I don't have all the answers. I never claim to have all of the answers. You don't either. Whether you accept that or not, that's up to you. But coming together gives us a variety of perspectives. And all I do is download information, and I take what serves me or things that I've experienced. Like energy is like deja vu. Let me break this down, then we out of there. How do I know when something will serve me? Like I'll hear something and I'll get like this deja vu feeling. Like if you've been somewhere, you get this feeling. You get this feeling like you feel like you've been there. You get this little feeling. If you really pay attention to deja vu, it's a feeling. And I tell people, feeling, never become numb to your feelings. Fuck your eyes. PH fuck now. So fuck, right? Like Philip, fuck your eyes, fuck your sight. You know, and in a lot of cases, fuck what you hear, because we really can't hear anyway, right? Go by how you feel. Go by how you feel. It's this little feeling you get. You know, it's your emotional body, right? But it feels like deja vu when I hear information or someone talks. And that's what I download. I download what feels good. And it's not like a lustful feeling. It's a fulfillment feeling. It's a wholeness. It's a beingness, right? It's a deja vu. So that person that I'm downloading this information from, they're not teaching me anything. Like I don't teach you guys anything. All I do is remind you, right? Or reassure you. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're doing consciously. We're reminding each other who we are, because we all forgot, right? All right, y'all. I love you. I'll catch you guys on the next live stream. And those of you who like different perspectives, you know, like the different information, whether it's high vibrating and low vibrating, if you can go up and down the field of energy, I got a brand new channel that is kind of cool. It's called Fucked Up Perspective. And if you go over to, it's in the description box. I haven't added it to the description box yet, but if you go to the description box and click on thepositivemarketer.com, that URL, right at the top of that video, it says subscribe on that website. It'll take you over to the new channel, Fucked Up Perspective, where we just watch different videos together. You know, I haven't saw these videos. All of the content on that channel comes from people sending me videos. That's what I'm doing with all of the information you guys have been sending me over the years that I find in my inboxes. I'm watching that information live on the channel, and we just analyze it and give each other perspective on the material that we're watching together. We get some great perspectives, we get some funny perspectives, and every now and then we get some fucked up perspectives. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, click on the Positive Marketer link in the description box, and you'll see it'll say subscribe. It'll take you over to that new channel. If you like some, you know, we got to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. We try to have fun over there with whatever videos we have, you know. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. You know, it's been fun always. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Peace and love, Soul Group. Peace and love.